And then Hunger Games, of course. And now you're working on the second one. So talk a little bit about Katniss and how you found her and nailed her.
I loved the books, and I don't know. I just kind of did it. It's like you just read your lines like you're reading a book. You know what I mean? When you're reading a book and then you read what they're saying and you kind of play what the characters are saying in your head, and then I just do that out loud.
But she's become a real inspiration and a role model for many women around the world.
Yeah,
and it's just, and in the second book, she becomes even more of a rebel.
Yeah, that's what I love about the second book is when she starts to really own this, because it's been this. She's such a powerful person that has changed this world. This one young person has kind of overcome this oppressive regime. She hasn't overcome it, but she's definitely pissed it off and stood up for this. And I liked that she was this hero that didn't want to be a hero. She just kind of didn't really know it. She was just kind of acting, how she reacting to her situation, and instantly tries to deflect it and doesn't want to own it. And like, I was acting out of love. I wasn't acting out of defiance, and wants to push it away. And in the second movie, I like that it's when she owns it and she realizes what she has, and she uses it.
Can you compare a little bit working with Gary Ross with working with Francis Lawrence?
They're different, but they're both the same. It's, Gary, I loved, I got so close to, and he's so, because he's a writer, he's very it exactly the way he wants it in his head. He sees it the second you come on set, and he knows he's got it one way, and well, I mean, that's not, obviously he can change if something's not great, but normally he's written it, so it is great. And Francis is just kind of more, I don't know, they're very similar. I haven't really worked with Francis enough to compare him. They're both great, and with both of them, I feel very happy and comfortable on set working with them.
And was the athletic nature of your role, was that a challenge? Was that something you had to really fight to get good at?
Yeah, archery is I had to, I feel like for the first movie was me learning, I had to just learn archery techniques. It's not an easy thing to learn very quickly and do it properly. And so that was the first movie. Fortunately for this movie, I know archery now, so we can start incorporating like cool stunt stuff. And I love it. I like getting in. I hate gyms, and I hate it's so different when you're actually doing it for something. So I really enjoy the training.
So back to Bradley Cooper and David O. Russell. This was hard, wasn't it? I mean, to get the comedy and the emotions and nail it right. Talk about working with them. And is there a scene that was one particular challenge for you? Maybe that big scene at the end.
We had a blast. I think that David is the kind of director who, so many directors crumble under pressure, and he really thrives in it. We had 34 days, and he just went. He was a machine and did such a good job, and it was kind of like it had such a powerful energy on that set. Like, we were all and we all wanted to make it good. We all wanted to keep going. Because we all really believed in it. So it was fun. It was difficult, but only really just in timing. And
he would do it many different ways.
Yeah, but it was great. And sometimes we wouldn't. Sometimes he would like it the way it was, and we'd finish the scene in 30 minutes and move on. And then other times we tried it. I mean, we could have made a million different movies with the way that we shot it.
And that big group scene at the end, you got applause last night.
Probably just for memorization. My dad says it's because I was drinking a Budweiser, not a Bud Light.
But that took a while. That must have been really tough. That
was funny because I've never read my lines the night before I go to sleep, or prepared, which is a terrible thing to say. And then it was just like one random night I was like getting into bed and I was like, I might as well just look, see what scene we're doing tomorrow. And I looked and it was that monologue and I was like, oh my God. So like right before I went to bed, I tried to memorize it. And then I thought that the sports teams, I didn't know that the team names were different with what sport it was, like baseball and football. So I was just like, oh, well, the names are interchangeable. So I got to set. I was like, I had it memorized, but completely wrong.
But you owned that. You nailed it.
Thank you.
And it was great to see, I don't know how to explain this, it was great to see a woman sort of, fight back and be, you won.
Yeah, well, I like that she's the one that everybody's judgmental of. She's the one that everyone's talking about, and then she ends up being right in a way.
Yeah.
Like being smarter than everyone else. Like I liked that. She just kind of made everyone think twice.
Now, you went on to work with Bradley again, Suzanne Bier, who is a Danish director I admire a great deal. Talk about that.
We were on set, and I was attached to Serena, and then it went through to him, and we were like, "Want to do it again? Yeah, see you in a couple months." Like it was so strange how it actually happened. We were both like, "Yeah, we'll do it," and it was wonderful. Like doing. It takes so long to kind of get to know somebody and get comfortable with somebody, and Bradley and I, especially with the conditions that we worked with David, where we were all just so incredibly honest with each other. Like, I love that Bradley and I he'll be like, don't say that line. I'll be like, why are you wearing that shirt? And there's not a lot of people you can be that way with, so I love working with him.
So going forward, you have this sort of Hunger Games franchise, and you know how lucky you are to have that.
Yes.
But it gives you a little bit more freedom to make other decisions. Are you thinking about that? Like you can really turn things down that are crappy. If you wanted to.
Well, fortunately I was on a sitcom when I was a teenager, so I've always felt that way. I've always kind of been like, I don't have to do things I don't like. Like I can pick and choose. It's definitely made me pickier because I don't have enough time. Like if I'm going to do the movie in between Hunger Games, it's got to be good or else I'm going to be exhausted for no reason.
So the indies are fine with you?
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do.
And you're looking for more diversity or something that you can just sink your teeth into?
There's really something, yeah, it's not really anything specific I'm looking for. It's really just reading, and you just know it's a story that you're interested in, and you want to tell it, and a character and a director you want to work with, like all of those things. It's not. I don't go out searching for a certain character, or I want to do this now, or I want to do that. It's script to script.
And what else have you got coming up besides Hunger Games and the Suzanne Bier?
Yeah, well, Serena. I just finished with Suzanne Bier. I'm doing Catching Fire now. I've got a movie called House at the End of the Street is coming out in September 29th.
It's been a while.
Say the wrong date. Yeah, I know. Like,
waiting for you to get even more famous before they release it.
Yeah.
That's it?